For more than 2 decades, Manny Pacquiao has been more than just a boxer. He has been the beating heart of a nation, a living legend whose story transcends the ropes of the ring. From the dusty streets of General Santos City to the grandest arenas of Las Vegas, Pacquiao's journey has been one of grit, resilience, and sheer brilliance. Even today, long after most fighters of his generation have retired quietly into history, Pacman still manages to make the world stop and watch whenever he laces up his gloves. Pacquiao's impact on the Philippines can't be measured by titles alone, though his resume is staggering. World championships across 8 weight divisions, victories over some of the sport's greatest names, and nights where his blistering speed and relentless combinations left fans and opponents in awe. But beyond the numbers, Pacquiao embodies something deeply personal to Filipinos: hope. For millions who see themselves in his rise from poverty to global icon, he represents the dream that hard work and faith can overcome any obstacle. At 46, Pacquiao has nothing left to prove in boxing. Yet his name continues to spark electricity in conversations about the sport. Rumors of exhibition bouts, potential comebacks, or charity fights still send fans into a frenzy. Each training video that surfaces online, showing Pacquiao's trademark footwork, his rapid-fire mid-sessions, or that iconic southpaw left hand snapping with precision, reminds the world that his spirit remains unbroken. The latest buzz surrounding Pacquiao isn't just about nostalgia. It's about the enduring presence of a fighter who refuses to fade quietly into retirement. He may not be the whirlwind who tore through the featherweight and lightweight divisions in the early 2000s, but Pacquiao remains uniquely compelling. His story is unfinished, and his hunger, to inspire, to compete, to fight for a cause greater than himself, keeps him relevant in ways few athletes can match. For the Philippines, Pacquiao is more than an athlete. He is cultural glue. When he fought, the country would pause. Streets emptied, crime rates reportedly dipped, and families gathered around televisions to witness history. His victories were collective triumphs, celebrated in villages and cities alike. His defeats were mourned together, not as failures but as reminders of the immense burden one man carried for his people. That sense of shared experience is rare, and Pacquiao's ability to evoke it has made him a symbol beyond the realm of sport. Of course, Pacquiao's journey has not been without controversy. His forays into politics, his outspoken religious views, and his sometimes polarizing stances have invited criticism. Yet, even in these moments, his humanity has shone through. He has stumbled, learned, and continued forward, just as he always did inside the ring after a knockdown. To many, that resilience is as inspiring as his championship belts. As whispers of new fights grow louder, whether against younger contenders, fellow legends, or in exhibitions meant to raise funds for charity, the question is less about whether Pacquiao can reclaim past glory and more about what his presence still means. Fans don't expect him to be the 25-year-old dynamo who dismantled Marco Antonio Barrera or shocked Oscar de la Hoya. They don't need him to be. Pacquiao's very willingness to test himself, to step into the ring once again, rekindles the pride and passion that he has carried on his shoulders for decades. In a sport where heroes often fade into obscurity, Pacquiao's light continues to burn. Young fighters from the Philippines and across the globe still cite him as their inspiration. His name still sells out arenas and dominates headlines. And his legacy, far from being a chapter in history books, is a living, breathing force that continues to evolve. For boxing purists, there is also the thrill of watching a master at work, even an older version. The speed may not be quite what it once was, but the angles, the timing, and the intelligence remain unmatched. Pacquiao's style was never just about raw athleticism. It was about creativity, rhythm, and a warrior's heart. Those qualities don't vanish with age. As Pacquiao prepares for what could be another chapter in his extraordinary career, one truth stands clear. He will always be more than just a fighter. He is the embodiment of resilience, the pride of a nation, and the heartbeat of Filipino boxing. Each time he steps into the ring, he carries not only his own story but the dreams of millions who see themselves in his struggle and triumph. The world may not know exactly what comes next for Manny Pacquiao, whether it's another fight, a focus on mentorship, or deeper involvement in public life. But one thing is certain: whenever he appears, whenever his gloves are laced and the bell rings, pulses race once again. Because legends don't fade, they echo through generations. And Pacquiao's echo, forged in the sound of fists and the roar of crowds, will be heard for a long time to come.